Alright, this is the first round of the UK tournament, a round which was much better for ability and story, leading to their show, than the Cruiserweight Classic tournament was. A very obvious first round of literally, if I said names, you would be like, they're going to win. They won. You know what I mean? A round that really put over some guys and did it in a good way. Around which I, for one, I don't know about you guys. I know if Mullins was here and Malin, we're not as big on the UK crowd as we are other crowds. You know, you have the UK crowd, which is very boisterous, they're very loud. You have the American crowd, which is very hypocritical, and then you have the Japanese Asian crowd, which is very silent and respectful. And so out of all those crowds, you know, you have to pick and choose your poison. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about each individual match and whatnot. Let's get right into the news. All right, kicking off, we had Trent Seven versus HC Dyer. You knew Trent Seven was gonna win. He's a high pick to win this thing, and he did it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Trent Seven just has that look. He has that swagger, that confidence that he's going to come in and win this thing.
The confidant.
HC Dyer was given more of a almost MMA-esque guy, but you knew he was going to lose. So that was that. Trent Seven won that one. Very obviously. Next up, we had the Jordan Devlin versus Danny Birch match, and this was probably my favorite, if not second favorite match of the night. For the standpoint that Jordan Devlin was put over as Finn Balor Jr. He looked like him, he sounded like him, was trained by him, but if he was like a full-on Finn Balor heel, like this guy kicked a man in the back of the head, and Danny Birch's back of his head was cut open, bleeding really badly, by the way, and the man still super kicked him. He hit it with that super kick side kick at the end of the match. So I think you can definitely see the big heels right here are Jordan Devlin, Joseph Connors, Pete Dunne. All right, Wolfgang's pretty much loved, I would say. Trent Seven's loved, Tyler Bates loved, Mark Andrews is loved, and Sam Gradwell you feel sympathy for. Yes.
Yep.
So I hate that word. I can never say it. I always nearly botch it.
Yeah, you don't know the act of sympathy.
Yeah, I don't. So what are you guys thinking of like those two matches right there? We'll kind of cover matches two at a time. So, any comments for those watching it? So,
I just got home.
I know you just got home, but Miguel, you watched the whole thing, didn't you?
Yes, I watched the entire thing.
What's your comments on the Jordan Devlin? I think there's more to say about Jordan Devlin's match than there was Trent Seven's. Trent Seven's was just a quick one, you know, very started the show off. You know, Jordan Devlin.
I think what we have to ask is what Balor thinks about Devlin now.
I really want to see Balor give a statement and be like, I don't approve this. I didn't teach these guys how to act like this. That was despicable.
But no, we gotta ask what he's wearing in like his boots, because how could a boot do that to someone's head?
Well.
You see, Miguel, look at your feet right quick.
And Danny Birch is a bald man, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a bald man. I forgot. He has no hair for protection.
Even in the picture, Jordan Devlin looked shocked. He's like, "Whoa, Dunn! Like, I didn't expect you. Like, I'm a heel too." But so when that happened, I just love looking at this picture on a side note.
Mark Andrews is
Mark Andrews
is really like, no.
I like how no one tried to like throw Pete Dunne off of
the stage.
Guy. Yeah, or like Joseph Connors is like, "Oh, don't hit me." Wolfgang is like, "I'm proud of you." Jordan Devlin's like, "Dang it, he did it before I did." And, like, Nigel McGuinness is like, "Let me hold the belt. I never got to hold the belt before."
So, you have Rico like, "Not again!
Not again! Not again!" Yeah. After that, we saw, I believe this was Pete Dunne taking on Roy Johnson. You hate Pete Dunne. Crowd chanted, "You sold out." The crowd chanted a lot of things tonight. You know how they chant, "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." Imagine if they replaced Cena's name with Jesus. Well, that's
Let's go.
that's for the next match,
Cheers.
but just throw that in there right now. Also, there was like a hey, you know how they have the "Hey Bailey, will you be my girl" chant? They did a "Hey Jesus, will you be my Lord?" So the crowd was equally as much, trying to take over and be a part of the show as the wrestlers were. It was very
believe that
competitive tonight. You could feel it in the air. So poor Mago. Poor Mago.
I do have a feeling
Thanks, Phil
that
Collins.
the UK crowd is similar to a certain city or state in the colonies, as people would say. And that's New York, because New York has very, very bad crowds.
I'm gonna tell Malin you said that.
I'm
Well, he's barely in the crowds to begin with, so I'm not really insulting him.
True, I guess.
I'm super surprised you did not catch that pun.
I got it.
I'll watch it back.
Yeah, Pete Dunne
I'll
won
watch
his.
it back and then.
Pete Dunne won his match. Sam Gradwell won his match. So yeah, anything you want to say about that on those two matches, real quick, Miguel or anybody?
Pete Dunne has the willpower to actually win this tournament.
He
in my
has
mind.
the UK power. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Trent Seven has the charisma to win this. Jordan Devlin has the heelish tactic to win this. Mark Andrews has the love to win this. I think he's very beloved in the States. So it really depends to who are they going to pander towards. Are they going to pander for a guy who's charismatic long term, a guy which is very hated and popular in the UK, a guy who has that Finn Balor exposure which will help him out, or are they going to go with the guy who's loved in the States, as I said, the Mark Andrews style, my Mark Andrews. I've known Mark Andrews for a long time, so I'm very biased in wanting him to win this, obviously, but it's still anyone's tournament. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I joked around and was like, oh, Joseph Connors might be losing the first round, but we all kind of knew he was going to win it. So it comes down to Connors and Mark Andrews, who we'll go into that in a minute. Tyler Bate was in the main event against a guy that looked like Eli Drake named Tucker. Wolfgang had a really too long of a match, in my opinion, against T-Bone. I really thought Wolfgang should have just went in there and slaughtered T-Bone, but
I feel like he should have had a dominant performance, but I haven't watched it yet, so I guess I'll have my own opinion soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get in here real quick. I'll just name these couple matches real quick. You tell me who you think's gonna win in the next round. Tyler Bates
Alright.
and Jordan Devlin.
Jordan Devlin.
Bates a good one,
Tyler
but
Bate.
I want Devlin to win, but I want
I
Devlin to
can see
win, but I think
Bate
Bates a
winning.
good
I
one.
can see Bate winning.
Yeah, second round's very unpredictable. So
I just want to hear Mullins get mad, so I want to see Tyler Bate.
I think Devlin got this one. Trent Seven and Wolfgang 7 all the way. I'll be
7.
very surprised
Seven.
if Wolfgang wins this. So, Pete Dunne and Sam Gradwell.
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne all the
Bruiserweight.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Dunne. I'll give it to him.
Joseph Connors and Mark Andrews. This one's a 50-50.
This one's hard.
Do they want to give it
This
to the
one's
TNA
hard.
guy or the WCPW guy?
TNA. I gotta go with TNA guy.
I want to see Trent Seven versus Mark Andrews.
You think
as-
tonight they mentioned ICW, Progress, OTT. They mentioned all those companies, but they did not mention WCPW, and of course they wouldn't mention TNA.
That's
So
true.
it comes down to
Well, if
know?
they mention WCPW, they mention their current people, which technically Matt Hardy and Alberto Del Rio are on the roster, and I
Yeah.
highly doubt they would mention that.
So all right, we got those out of the way. Of course, as you see right here in this picture, they had all the men lined up. Pete Dunne just went up, hit this guy named Sam Gradwell, who's going to take on the next.
So they're gonna
tomorrow.
have the quarterfinals,
Next day.
semifinals.
That
and
was
finals.
hilarious.
Yeah, and William Regal just goes up to Pete Dunne and is like, "You're ruining this for yourself." But let's be honest, just for doing that, he has a higher chance of winning this tournament now because he's got that exposure. So
And just Mark Andrews' face.
yeah, Mark Andrews is like,
No! You were the chosen one.
Done.
Look at
You were
Regal.
the chosen one. So, we'll see you guys for tomorrow. Oh, do you guys want to give it a number or something? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
not really
number.
a show. I mean, as a whole, I'd grade it.
It's 2 hours.
It's 2 hours. It's a very obvious show. The wrestling was great. The Triple H in the beginning was great. Everything about it was really good. I'm not big on the crowd, in my opinion, so I'm kind of biased there.
I enjoyed Devlin.
But I would give it definitely a 9, a solid 9. Very good, very great packaging. Very good.
It appears people were freaking out because I just got back and I'm seeing people flip. What did I miss?
You didn't miss anything. We just
No, I'm talking
let
about the picture right there.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
this
you
picture right
see-
here.
wait,
Oh, okay.
wait.
So at the
We got
very
it.
end,
No,
at the
hold
very
on.
end,
We have
wait.
to explain this badly. We have to explain this badly, and then explain it to him.
No, you need to explain
No,
to
he
me
saw
how
the
it
entire
happened
thing.
and not explain to
They
me like
lined
an
up.
idiot.
They lined up all the guys that won the round, which was obvious. All right.
Mhm. Seems like it obviously happened.
And then Sam Gradwell was going to take on Pete Dunne, so Pete Dunne hit Sam Gradwell. Everybody got ticked off, and then William Regal was like, "You ruined this for yourself." So,
Oh joy.
yep. And
So Pete Dunne probably just got kicked out of the tournament.
No, he's still in there.
No. He'll probably look for this. He'll probably has a bigger chance of winning it. So, all right, everybody. Well, we will see you for day 2 of the UK tournament, where we will actually crown the champion.